Hello everyone. Why do we overthink when we know nothing in this life is going to be as planned? I used to overthink a lot, thinking that I will predict everything that is going to happen in my future, so that I'll not have to face so many consequences just because I'm so prepared. I will think about it in advance. But eventually that became a very bad habit, and I started to think about literally every small detail of my life. No matter what I was doing, I was always thinking about the worst case scenario. What will be the worst case scenario if this doesn't go like this? Then what if this goes like this and this it will ruin my life? I don't know why I used to think like that. But what I learned over time is like no matter how much you plan your next step, but it will never be as how God has planned your life. So if you think if I will, prepare myself in advance and do everything, every calculation, how much I need to save, how much I need to earn, how much I need to do, you're basically limiting yourself to your belief. You're not thinking beyond, you know. And if you're not thinking beyond, you might as well tell the universe that, hey, I want this much and that's it for me. I don't want anything else, nothing further, nothing below. And that becomes a bad signal for your, universal manifestation. That is also a thing if you don't know. But today, we are going to talk about how can we stop this overthinking and what was one thing that helped me to stop overthinking about my life. These all things, ended last year by God's grace. From the start of 2026, I have been very positive, very content, and very calm with my life. As well, many of my perspective in life has changed now. I believe if you are overthinking about your life, it is not going to help you in any single way. Not in a single way. It's just going to ruin your happiness. We always, if you see the pattern, either you are thinking about your past or either you are thinking about your future. And it is not thinking, it is overthinking, right? You're always overthinking about your past, you're always overthinking about your future, but you forget to live in the very moment you are thinking, the present, now. You should be concerned about how can I live my life now. And what switched that key in me was when a close relative of mine died. And at that moment, the only thing that clicked in my mind was life is so uncertain and so unpredictable, right? It doesn't matter if you plan anything. I can bet she also had some plans in her life that she wanted to accomplish. But you die with that unplanned, your plan was this and that, and it stays there only. You don't take it with you. That made me understand that I'm so much into future and past that I'm forgetting to live in the present moment and I'm not, living it truly. The purpose of life should be living in the present and giving all your best in present because tomorrow is going to be present and past was also present at some point. The memories we make, we don't realize that we are creating memories. We think that okay, this is normal, but after a few years when you look back it becomes a very beautiful memory to look at, right? So just stop overthinking. And sometimes if something makes you happy, it doesn't need to make sense to everyone, right? If something makes you happy, just do it. Don't think what everyone else will, critique you or tell you that, hey, this is not normal. hmm You should not be doing this. You don't have to think about that, right? Life is uncertain. Nothing is going to be as planned. You plan today, you yourself will change tomorrow. You will grow. You will go through some phases of your life that will change you completely. So nothing is going to be as planned as you think. So give yourself a moment and ask yourself, why am I ruining my present life for something that has already happened, that is the past, something that will happen in future that I already don't know, the future, overthinking about the future. What you can do the best is cherish your present, right? And I'll tell you one thing, discipline and routine, boring routines are always the key to happiness. At least in my case, it is. I have a fixed routine, I follow it every day, I don't get bored. That is boring. The, following the routines are boring. But hey, after a period of time, I've started to feel alive. Why? Because I'm following such routines that makes me cherish the moment that I'm living in. I always wanted to focus on my health. I always wanted to start a business. I always wanted to start a YouTube channel where I'm talking like this with you guys. I always wanted to focus on my other channel. I'm doing all of it just because I have a good schedule, a good system in place. And I always think of living in present. I don't know if this channel is going to work, if my main channel is going to work, if my business is going to work, or my health is going to work. I don't think about it at all. I just focus in the moment and give it my all in the present rather than just thinking if this is going to work out. I don't want to question myself. I've started to believe in myself more than questioning myself. And that has switched the key in me that I've stopped overthinking about literally anything. I have too much of a load if you're going to think as a 21 or 22-year-old guy. I have too much load to think about. And that's what I was doing few months back, but that has completely changed now. I'm not thinking about it at all. And if it doesn't bother me, then I'm willingly happy than compared to people who are pretending to be happy, right? So my suggestion to you will be, first, try to cherish the moment you are living in. Give it your best shot, like it's your last chance today. This is your last day on earth. So what will you do, right? And if you have a dream, just follow it, bro. Give it your best and don't think too much about future. Yeah, planning and research is a different thing, right? I'm not talking about that. That is your strategy. Strategy is different and overthinking is different. You can't say, ki, hey, I'm overthinking, but this is not overthinking. I'm planning strategy. No, that doesn't work like that. Strategy is basically pure data, and you're using that to think, ki, hey, if this is going to work out or not. And overthinking is literally questioning your existence if you are worth it, if doing this is worth it, or if this will work out. So that's a totally different thing, right? So first of all, stop overthinking about your future and your past and live in the present. Second, you need to have dreams to feel alive and you must follow it. You will thank yourself in future. And third, you always need to be positive about yourself. Overthinking comes from a side of negativity that you are questioning yourself at some point. You're not confident about yourself, and that's the reason why you're questioning and hence overthinking, right? So keep three things in mind, and I think a good routine will be cherry on top that will help you to stop your overthinking. That's how I have handled it. Obviously it doesn't need to work with everyone, but I think it can help you if you follow it. And you can share me if that works, and if you have already done this, if this is already helping you, do let me know in the comments, right? Many of the people needs to understand that, yeah, this is a way to stop overthinking, right? Hope you liked the video, and we'll again meet in the next video with another topic that will help you to grow as a person. Thank you.